Did Hacks really go Falcon or not Hacks, but WestBallz really go Falcon first game? I never watched the whole thing. Okay, he did
no, I guess not. What a relief.
Yeah, I think both those matchups are pretty bad for Luigi, but Eddie still tends to win them a lot. Yeah. He had a lot of bad matchups, and he still won. He beat me, and I think Ice Climbers are really bad for Luigi. But anyways, on to this set.
Yes, WestBallz versus EddieMexico.
Yeah. Okay. Against Wes in particular, he's always going to go for these smash DI down shines at low percentage. So it's something you always need to be really, really cautious of. Like Eddie was just doing a late neutral air on the ground. And generally speaking, it's really hard to punish Luigi's late neutral airs. He can just do a jab combo and a down smash after them most of the time. But, I mean, smash DI into the floor and do a frame in one move will beat that. Okay, so Wes does an up throw there, which I like. It's not going to directly combo off Luigi, but Luigi is terrible in the air.
Yeah, he has kind of like one option for the most part. It's the nair. Nair.
Actually, down air too.
Or down air, yeah, as well.
Generally speaking, I feel like as the Luigis get better, you see them down air more. It's not active as long. It's not as easy to just pull on somebody with it, but it has a couple advantages. One, down air is a notably bigger hitbox than neutral air. It reaches farther below Luigi than neutral air does, and hence it'll beat more things. And two, it does more damage. So like, it'll hit people harder, and if you hit a shield with it, it'll induce a shield stun. The shield stun is just a function of edge. So yeah,
sweet
good
spot.
That actually, that was a little different. What Eddie tends to do is he'll up B kind of far from the edge to dodge an attack, and then drift forwards a tiny bit. They always see him up B kind of far from the edge. He doesn't really just like try to go right up to it.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like a horizontal sweet spot, sort of. Because there's the vertical sweet spot where you get as low below the ledge as possible, and then the horizontal where you get as far away as possible while still grabbing it. Both dodge different styles.
You can do it that way, yeah.
That's how I usually explain it on the stream, anyway. So, right here, I want to point out that I think most Luigis right here would just nair. Like, or at least, I don't know, I'm not up to the Luigi metagame, but
in this frame you're paused on, yes, most Luigis would try to smash DI up in neutral air.
Yeah. But he doesn't, because Wes was looking out for it. So it ended up being good.
Yeah, and it would be pretty hard to punish what Eddie did too. Wes would need to commit to a full jump forward in order to punish that double jump wave land back.
Yeah.
And Wes does sometimes do things like that, but I don't think Eddie expected him to, and Eddie was correct about that. Eddie was probably crouching there, not to crouch cancel or anything, but probably to try to power shield a laser, even though he didn't.
Yeah.
That was clever. Eddie made it ambiguous whether he was going to land on the platform or not with the side B, and Wes guessed incorrectly. Luigi does have...
Oh, sorry.
Luigi does have a few mix-ups with the side B he can do like that, involving platforms. The other big one is to edge cancel it.
Yeah. There's a player in Mississippi who likes to... He plays a lot of Luigi, and misfiring is kind of his thing. He'll... More regularly than should happen, he'll get platform canceled misfires. And it's pretty fun to watch. It also looked like with this, where was it? I would just want to look at that again. It almost seemed like WestBallz was looking to cover a misfire, like the dare would have hit. I don't even know if it would have traded. It ended up working out for him either way.
I think a down air, I think the lower part of a down air would be to misfire straight up. I'm not positive though.
Yeah. I'm just not sure if he was, because he was facing backwards, whether it would have worked or not. That's a really cool option to do that tornado there. That hitbox is pretty large.
I'm not that big a fan of it. He might have just wanted to do a down B that ended on the floor just in case he gets knocked off stage.
That's
true. So he has the recovery option. Yeah, a lot of the down Bs you'll see will be done not necessarily because it's always that great an option, but because they just want to charge the down B. Granted, you can combo off of it, but it's a pretty unsafe move. Pretty much, almost every character has a guaranteed punishment on and out of shield.
Wow, that whole... Okay, that was a good shortened Phantasm.
Yeah, that's West's main recovery mix-up. He'll either go for an edge canceled side B off the side platforms, or he'll just shorten and go to the edge. He's pretty good.
It's hard to cover both of those.
Yeah. Okay, fade away down air. It's really hard for Luigi to punish that.
Yeah.
Man, West tried to do it again off the platform, but short hop forward air reaches through Battlefield's platform, so he just hits him out of it. West tends to like doing that side B cancel. It's not really that useful, but it'll catch people off guard if they're not used to it. And Eddie doesn't from the SoCal all that often, so he figured he might have been able to catch him off guard, probably. Okay. Surprised that worked. West really had no excuse for letting go of his shield that early.
Yeah.
He just wait for it
spot dodge, didn't he?
Oh, did he? I don't remember.
And that's why it caught him.
That might have been him trying to wave dash out of shield, but hitting jump before shield stun ended. That would cause him to, depending on the angle, that might cause him to spot dodge.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Falco would have guaranteed wave dash out of shield punish on that. Okay. Not sure what Eddie was going for with that forward smash.
I was gonna ask if you had any kind of insight on that forward smash. He threw another one out that I assumed was supposed to be a forward tilt.
My guess would be to cover a neutral get-up, but he didn't time it, so it would do that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he didn't up tilt after that neutral air. I think up tilt would pretty clearly have been the best thing he could do there.
Did WestBallz platform cancel this? No.
No.
I thought he was following up in the most frame perfect way possible, so I wouldn't put it past him.
He wasn't in a position to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seemed like a Weston thing to do.
And he again catches West with a forward air when he's on the platform. And he was going for another forward air there too, but off his back air comes out faster.
Almost. Oh, what? I didn't know that worked.
Luigi has a really low normal falling acceleration, so you can get away with that sort of thing.
Huh. I didn't know you could be that low, though. That's pretty cool. Oh, the tomahawk.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't try to angle that up smash forward in anticipation of a jump. Huh. Granted, it might not have made a difference, but it would make you catch some jumps you would miss otherwise.
I like that short hop back air, though. It's that if Luigi was still... let's see, where was it? Right there? Because if Luigi was still in the shield, then it would have been safe. But then if Luigi tried to jump out or maybe up smash out of shield, or he probably wouldn't have grabbed because he was on the facing, but...
And the position he's currently in isn't even really that bad for Falco. I mean, even if you don't generally want to be on the side of the stage, Luigi doesn't have any platforms to run to, and Falco could just throw out a bunch of lasers if he wants to.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard for Luigi to deal with that. But instead, West just expects him to run in, probably in anticipation of lasers. Like, Eddie was probably thinking, okay, he's going to shoot lasers, I want to get really close to him again, and West was probably thinking something like, okay, I'm just going to expect you to do that, so I'm just going to neutral air. Okay. West realizes he can't follow up the jab, so he just retreats a little bit. At this point, he should just be looking for back air.
Yeah, he gets it. With the moonwalk. I don't know how necessary the moonwalk was. I guess it could have put him in a good position to do that.
The moonwalk does help. It helps you go farther when you jump out backwards like that.
Yeah. That's like the only time I think I've ever seen it actually making the difference, though.
West does it a lot. West likes to just go really far out there and back air, and he does reach farther than other Falcos do because of it.
Right. It's hard to expect something that only one Falco really does. But I guess if you play against that Falco enough, or you watch him.
Yeah, the shine... West was a little too far for that shine to hit. He's trying to laser shine Eddie's shield. It's really hard for Luigi to deal with that sort of thing. Because you can just down air and fade backwards right after it, and you can't punish it.
Down smash? Yes.
Yeah, West really... I don't know why West was trying to down air from below. That's just going to lose straight up to Luigi's neutral air. So yeah. Kind of a silly call by West.
Yeah.
Good roll by Eddie.
Is there okay, why can you explain for me and for the stream why this roll in particular was good? Because it's hard for me to tell when I'm fighting against really good Falcos whether I'm doing a roll that is it's like it actually gets me out of pressure, or if I'm just kind of rolling because I feel pressure arbitrarily.
It's a couple things. One thing, it's kind of an ambiguous situation as to, in this particular back air, it was kind of ambiguous as to whether Luigi could punch it out of shield with his own back air. And most of the time against Falco, that's not the case. Most of the time, Falco would be able to do something like a neutral air, or not neutral air, up tilt or a shine.
Yeah.
That would beat the attempted punishment. But let's say, okay, instead of trying to do that, what are the other options you have? You could keep shielding, but then Falco could just keep hammering on the shield, which isn't really that desirable. What would happen is Falco, he'd either retreat a little bit, or actually, let me think of what I want to say here. Falco would probably just keep doing spaced aerials on Luigi's shield if he could, and I don't think there's too much Luigi can usually do about that. So Eddie instead just opts to just retreat from the pressure and reset to a position that, if not necessarily good for him, is still better than the situation he was just in against Falco.
Okay. It's a good summary. That's a weird trade that just happened. I don't know how often that's.
Or I was looking away. What was the trade?
It's right here. It was the missile with a down air.
Oh.
It's in a weird direction too.
Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't looked at Luigi's side B hitboxes, so maybe they reach a little higher vertically than I would have expected them to.
Yeah. So he used his double jump really early. Was that?
Yeah, Eddie likes to recover high. He likes to get pretty high. He also will do his down B up there when he has it.
Yeah.
And that just gives him a lot of recovery mix-ups when he's actually close to the edge. Although, I guess he felt like he couldn't trick Wes by just drifting in, so he decided to just go for instead the whole platform mix-up, the same one we saw earlier. Although it looked like Wes just reacted. Actually, I don't know. He might have guessed, or just reacted to the way Luigi actually went.
Man. Are you talking about
right there? Yeah.
Which time? Right here? Yeah.
Yeah, it looked to me like he just reacted to it.
It almost seems like a bait. Like, I don't really know why. At least the double jump.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. The double jump kind of seemed like a bait, and then the down air seemed like a reaction, but it was pretty perfect spacing timing.
Yeah. I think he figured Eddie would throw out something like that to protect himself.
Yeah. So that was really good. Let me skip ahead a little bit. So I guess Battlefield ends up being the most neutral in this matchup.
I know Eddie said that in the first set, which he lost 3-0 in winners, every game was on Dreamland, so he wanted to try something different. I don't know, this is probably going to be better for Luigi against Falco just because... Well, Falco can do a few different things. Yeah, Falco can run away if he wants. He can also pressure if he wants. Like on Dreamland, it's really easy for Falco to run away. And on a stage like Yoshi's, it's pretty easy for him to just go ham. So maybe Eddie just wanted some balance of those.
That was a really good, really late nair with that. Yeah. Like, a lot of Luigi's would get kind of lazy and just throw out the nair now. But that kind of telegraphs a little too much. So I guess Weston right here was looking like, oh, well, he's not throwing out a move. He's probably going to try to waveland. So he ends up jumping perfectly into that. Just right at the last second. It's a good shine grab. Isn't that kind of hard to do on Luigi? Because it just pushes him. I guess at that spacing it wasn't that bad, but...
Yeah, it's pretty clear in that case. Yeah, up throw just in general is really good on Luigi, even if you can't get a combo out of it. which West did in that case.
Yeah.
Luigi's just really bad in the air. Unless he has a platform to retreat through.
That was a good reaction. Like right here. I mean, it's pretty standard, I think, at this level of play, but
yeah,
it's stuff that, you know, I will still mess up.
He probably wanted to turn around just to make it easier to punish attack him.
Yeah.
I mean, Luigi... And it's still pretty easy for Luigi to cover out, though, just because he has that 5-frame down smash.
Yeah, that thing is dang fast.
Yeah, it's tied with a bunch of other down smashes for second fastest down smash in the game.
What's the fastest?
Zelda's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, frame 4.
Wow. I didn't know that. I would not have guessed it either. I would have said, I don't even know what I would have said. Maybe Young Link's. It feels pretty fast.
I think that's one of the 5-frame ones. It might be 6 or something, but...
I might be confusing it with Project M as well. I don't know how fast it is.
Around that range. Okay, that time Eddie does land on the platform, but... Yeah, it looks like Wes just keeps reacting to that. I think Eddie maybe thinks he has a mix-up there, but it doesn't really seem to be working.
What, with the forward tilt? After
or with the side beyond of the platform or below it. It seems like every time he tries it, Wes just reacts.
Yeah, except for that one. Sort of. He ended up getting a grab off of it at least.
I think you're talking about something different than what I was.
Oh, are we on different places now?
I was talking about Eddie's side B onto the platform or below the platform mix-up.
Oh, yeah.
Recovering. Yeah, it seems like Wes just kept reacting to it. Like, I think that was the first time he actually just landed on the platform instead of going below it, and Wes still just handled it just fine.
I mean, he still got hit for it. Like, he tried to dare, but he waited a little bit too long or reacted a little bit too late and got grabbed for it.
You're talking about something different than what I was.
What?
Okay, let's just go back to this situation.
Alright.
With the platform.
Ooh, that was a good platform cancel. Alright, so I guess it's... Let me speed it up a little bit. So is it right here?
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Never mind.
Haha! Alright, let me slow it down a little bit again. Nice power shield.
It doesn't even really help Luigi that much, though.
Yeah.
I mean, power shielding in a normal move induces the same hit lag and shield stun as a regular shield does. The only difference is that you have access to all of your ground moves out of the power shield, whereas you're forced to do standard out of shield options with a regular shield. But yeah, Luigi doesn't have any obvious super good standing options that he can't already do out of shield. I guess he could like turn around and down smash, but that's not going to be a lot faster than the other things he has. Maybe up tilt. Up tilt probably would be pretty good, but then
if he doesn't slide too far.
Yeah, you'd also need to worry about Falco just smash DIing the up tilt into the ground and punishing you for it, though. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I can't believe he got the grounded version of that too. 'Cause it's a lot stronger than the aerial version.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So it feels like when I'm watching like the really high level lower tier players, I guess what Luigi's mid tier, right? I guess it doesn't.
I don't know. He's something.
Matter terribly.
Who cares?
But the non high tiers, it seems like a lot of them, you know, you're really bad in the neutral game, or at least you have a lot of disadvantages. But then, you know, players like Axe, Vector Man, and Taj, a lot of them once they land a single hit will like do a 0 to death, and even if it's not like a true combo, they are able to cover every option pretty much every single time, or just keep people on the back foot as soon as they get a hit, which seems to be, I guess, the redeeming factor, the redeeming qualities of these lower tier characters.
Yeah. Eddie in particular is really, really good at keeping up the pressure once he gets in control. Like, every other Luigi I've ever played just isn't that hard. Just camp them out. And I might accidentally grant a little opening here or there, but they never really do much with it. Whereas Eddie just keeps the pressure on and on and on.
Hold on.
Okay, see, I'm pretty sure right here West just wasn't expecting Eddie to do such a good wave land.
Yeah, that was I don't think it was frame perfect, but it was really close.
Luigi does have a good invulnerable ledge wave dash that takes it very far.
Oh wow, how did that miss? Just
I
barely.
think it was a little too early, I think.
Yeah. Just barely.
So yeah, the forward tilt was in anticipation of West just going to the side instead of the platform, which isn't a bad guess because even if you miss, it's not like you really suffer for it.
Yeah.
West keeps getting
Keeps
hit by
hitting
that.
that. Ooh.
I kind of expect Eddie to do something a little fancier. Sometimes Eddie will do an up air into a down air in that situation when he thinks people will be DIing in. But I guess he just didn't want to do any mix-ups and just hit West hard from the get-go.
Down smash is very DI-able, right? Like, WestBallz keeps getting popped up pretty much perfectly straight up and down.
That doesn't have to work. Forward tilt? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good move for edge guarding recoveries around that height.
Yeah.
Just reaches far, doesn't have a lot of end lag, comes out quickly.
Oh, wow. Nice forward air.
Yeah, I mean, it
Nice.
is a quick out of shield option that reaches decently far in front of Luigi. So you will see Eddie throw that out when he thinks he can get away with it. I would say good misfire, but that's like congratulating somebody for rolling like a 6 on a dead
Okay,
die
here's
or
something I want to look at a little bit slowly is what do you do when Falco lands a laser? Like how do you get out of this kind of pressure? So he ducks under the first one and rolls out.
I was going to say roll.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of Luigi's will do. Eddie in particular likes to roll in that situation a lot.
Okay, but in this case, like he got hit. He goes for an up smash out of shield, almost hits it. Shields again. Luigi's sad grab range. But yeah, roll, I guess. It just seems to be a really good option because like they can follow up, especially if they know the roll is coming. But it's kind of like hedging your bets. It's mostly safe, it seems. Like they have to really call it out and call it out early to put themselves in a good position. The quad, what was that, triple roll?
I think it was a triple roll. Eddie will sometimes just roll behind you even when he has stage control. He just catches people off guard. And sometimes he'll actually get a punish on people for doing that, but other times when he thinks he can't, he'll just roll back into a good position.
Okay, so here he gets hit by one. He goes into a shield, I guess, to just see what happens. And then he jumps out forward a little bit. I guess if WestBallz ran up with like a nair or something, then Eddie would just trade with an air of his own, which would be good for him. You know, any percent is good. But then he's in the air when he gets hit by this laser, and that's still not a bad position, I don't think. For
if Luigi just smashed the ice to the laser up and away, then it's hard for Falco to do a lot afterwards. I don't know if Eddie actually smashed the item that way though. It doesn't look like it. He just air dodged down and away, which is fine. That's a good option.
Yeah.
Those early air dodges, those kind of brawl style ones, I think are underutilized. It's a way of just getting down to the floor with invincibility. I guess people used to call them triangle jumps or something, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm an advocate of early air dodges.
It seems to be working out pretty well. It kind of throws off the spacing that I think Falco is used to being able to control after a laser. So their spacing for follow-ups might be thrown off just a little bit, or the timing. It's a lot of tricksy stuff by WestBallz.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't catch some of these side Bs.
Yeah.
I really like the down here. Most Luigi's would probably try something like an up air there. Up air doesn't do a lot of damage though, and hence not a lot of shield stun. Also not a great shield pushback, so Luigi could probably get punished with an up air. Down air does the most damage of Luigi's aerial, so it's the best on shield. So like, he wasn't directly punished for the down air. He was punished afterwards, but the down air itself was fine.
Yeah. And actually, afterwards, he gets a platform cancel. like right here. He didn't have enough
Yeah.
time to do anything off of it, but it was one of the safest ways that he could get, you know, throw that aerial out.
Mm-hmm.
So here they, I guess, immediately go to Pokemon Stadium this time.
Yeah.
Or
It's
no,
generally-
back to Battlefield.
Battlefield. Okay.
Wait, is it 1-1? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something's
Okay,
happening. They go to, well, I guess we'll just wait and see. Yoshi's.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't watched this set.
I haven't either. I've only seen a little bit. So yeah, West really likes having 4-3 just because he can do that through the top platform every time.
Oh, yeah.
So some characters are kind of limited when it comes to responses to that. I don't think Luigi really has all that many great options.
Yeah.
You just roll away at the start, I guess.
Can Luigi waveland from start on here? Or
I
is
think
this
so.
one of the stages you can't?
I'm not sure.
I think you can't on Yoshi's. That was a good follow-up. That's a good 0
Yeah.
to death.
Yeah. It's part of why it's annoying to fight Falco as a floaty on this stage.
Yeah.
Shine you once, shine you twice. Yeah, West does a lot of up airs when he can after shines, which I like just because it, like I said before, it keeps Luigi above you. And
Yeah,
that's not
it's
good.
especially good against Luigi, because even if you miss, you're still in a pretty good position.
Uh-huh. So it looks like Eddie tends to try to cover people going to the sides upon respawn, but West has usually been going to platforms.
I feel like a lot of
So-
players go to platforms.
Yeah,
At least of the ones I've been watching. Seems like
It's
almost
common
all of
for
them.
it's common for fast fallers. Some floaties can get away with it.
Is that
Taiki right away,
I guess
yeah.
not. That was a good follow-up.
I think I would have rather seen West just like forward smash Eddie off stage or something simple like that.
Yeah.
Because now Eddie's just back on stage and doing stuff.
Yeah, it seems like it should have worked fine, though. Let's see. Why didn't it...
I would just forward smash there.
Oh, it was just the up air that maybe he shouldn't have done. Because
Yeah.
it put him
You
too
could-
far away.
A back air would be good there
Yeah,
instead.
but the down air was what I really liked. Because it's pretty much free percent at this percentage. And I guess, yeah.
I still
But-
would like F smash more.
Yeah, Falco is really good at edge guarding against Luigi. You just clip him once.
And there wasn't really any real chance of that working. I'm not sure why he tried it. Like it's uncommon for a Falco to just go deep with a back air. They'll usually just fade away afterwards.
Was this just a bait of, like, he...
The edge cancel.
Yeah,
He might have been trying something like that, but even if you edge cancel, you'll still probably lose to whatever Falco's going to throw out
yeah.
afterwards.
I think he would have had enough time to get a nair out. He went for a forward air?
Let me see.
Let's see. Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
he
for a
could've-
forward
He
air.
could have neutralized that.
That was a good down air by WestBallz. Not a lot Luigi could do. A lot of back air spam right there.
I'm kind of surprised. Okay, there's an up air. I was kind of surprised Eddie wasn't doing more up airs to cover that particular recovery.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't do an up B to cover that.
A lot of the time, if somebody's just landing in kind of a crouching state, especially for a small character, it's really hard to get the sweet spot. They'll usually just get a coin hit.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, how much of the Luigi's tornado needs to be on the ground?
I think
for-
just the end.
Just the end?
Yeah, when he throws his hands up.
Oh. So did he get the charge for that, or...
On which down B?
Let's see, let me go back. Oh, he got it on that one, I guess. But I think he uses it like right here or something. I don't know. I don't know where I saw that. Right here. Maybe? I don't know. I'm so confused.
Oh, I don't think he would get it for getting hit out of it.
Yeah.
At that point. Okay. I like Eddie's DI on the up there for a couple reasons. One, DIing it, well, it doesn't put you DIing it to the left doesn't put him off stage there. And two, it's also opposite the direction that Falco is facing, so it'd be harder for him to get a good back air out. Like, West needs to turn around, and that takes time. And because of that time, Eddie was able to get a neutral air out first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ledge wave land up smash is hard to punish.
Yeah.
Especially when he gets behind you. Even if it doesn't work, it just gets Eddie back in a good position.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Eddie likes to do that early. He likes to recover kind of high because he has a little more tricks he can play with his aerial drift than when he's close to the stage.
Just get more mix-ups. It's kind of hard, I guess, versus Falco lower, especially. You know, if
Wes is probably going to go... I bet Wes is going to try to go deep to get this. Oh, he didn't. Kind of surprised Wes actually tried to just be patient. I'm used to Wes being patient.
That was a good down tilt, though, because worst case, he's shielding. Let's see.
Yeah, down tilt's another move that floaties tend not to be great at punishing. So a lot of the time, even when it doesn't work, like if Eddie shielded that or something, it would have just shoved Eddie to the edge again.
Yeah. And if he rolled, then it wouldn't really, like, it just would have gotten Eddie out of that situation. And he still could have gotten hit by a back air or something.
That's smart by Eddie. I think Eddie expected Wes to think he would do a shield grab, and it looked like Wes was kind of expecting something like that too, so Eddie said, well, no, I'm just going to throw out an attack that'll actually reach.
Whew. That, I guess when you're at that kind of disadvantage in terms of stocks, you gotta make something happen, and I guess why not? Still a pretty comfortable lead though for WestBallz. Although we have just been talking about how good EddieMexico is at following up on any kind of advantage he's given. So technically he gets, 2 openings, and that could be 2 stocks. But be hard not to trade with Falco at least. Ooh. The typical Falco APM cam. I don't know that maybe that dare was trying to cover an option, but I'm not sure the shine was anything other than, I don't know.
I want to look at this again. The shine was just trying to hit Luigi, or maybe if you were shielding, and the downer was trying to catch and approach.
Yeah. But it kind of felt like one of those moments where it's like a Falco autopilot moment. It's kind of the problem with playing Spaceys in general. It's like when you have such a ridiculously safe move with Shine, in general it's very safe. It's hard not to just default to that. At least when I'm playing as Falco or Fox. I tend to not go for the smartest options and instead just... I'm not sure I like that.
That up B should have been an up tilt.
Well, I was talking about WestBallz follow-up here. Like, he could have just back-aired and that would have probably either been the stock or it could have turned into the stock. But I guess any percent is good.
Not always.
I mean, at this point, another, 13% is not... Ooh!
Okay. That's another case of reaching far with a waveland.
That was a really clean shine bear too.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, EddieMexico counterpicks to this stage.
Yeah, Luigi's really good here. At least against most characters. Like, there's some he's bad against. Like, I think he's bad against Ice Climbers here, but not even really sure if he'd be good against Falco here either. But just generally speaking, there's a lot of space. You can use all his horizontal speed pretty well. He's great at vertical kills, and he has a low skilling to help him with that. That's usually not too relevant against Falco, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I might have looked into something like Fountain.
I don't know. I feel like it's a good pick, but it's obviously very good for Falco too, for all of the reasons that you listed for Luigi. Just about, I guess, like the low kills off the top. The
Falco doesn't really tend to do that too much on this stage.
Some of the transformations.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'm. I guess I'm
usually in
thinking
those cases,
more.
people just camp.
I guess what era was that with the Shizwiz, where he would do the Shiawea all the time and catch people? But I guess
it just be up
don't-
B.
Yeah, down B, up B.
Larry and SoCal just does up B out of the blue, and sometimes still hits people with it.
Yeah, it's really awful. I have a friend who does that, and he's just an awful human being.
It's okay against Samus, but that's about it.
He catches more people than he really should with it. He doesn't really, like, whenever he uses it, it's not because he's, like, looking to actually land with it. He's just looking to do the move that would make them feel the worst if they got hit by it. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about how Jeff's terrible. Anyway, back to this match.
Yeah, Eddie usually forward tilts when West recovers high. That time, well, I think that time made sense because it was pretty clear West was going to do a side B.
Yeah.
But the other times, West has always just did the up B over it.
I guess the forward air there, just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how... I mean, it wasn't necessary, but I'm not sure how close it was, or he felt... I guess it couldn't hurt to do.
Wait, what was that? I was distracted for a second by something.
Oh, he just ran off with the forward air to secure this kill over here.
Yeah. There wasn't really anything West could have done about that.
Yeah.
And it's actually, in a way, a little better than grabbing the edge, because sometimes you might just get hit by Falco's side B if you're trying to edge hog him right before you grab the edge. Whereas with forward air, you at least have an active hitbox out that will just hit him. It's a little safer than doing that. It also doesn't require turning around.
This fireball use is interesting. Because it's... I don't know, it's not like Luigi's fireball is particularly good, but I guess it did force out a high approach from WestBallz. And then I think... Oh, sorry.
It does have a lot of the good benefits associated with slow fireballs across other fighting games. Namely, you can just kind of follow them up also. Like if West would have shield one or something like that, Eddie could wave dash in and potentially get an opening off of it.
Something I also want to talk about is he did all 3 hits of the jab. At this percent, at this percent, jab is very crouch cancelable by Falco. So doing all 3 hits was pretty much the only thing that would have made that safe from... Like, if he immediately shields after and Falco does a down smash, I'm pretty sure he would be able to shield before Falco could do the down smash. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
You mean a down air from Falco? Falco's not going to down smash after shielding the down smash.
No, after the crouch canceling Luigi's jab, or like a down tilt or something, or forward tilt.
I'm not sure.
It's just like usually when I see jabs like this, it kind of is just like one, and then you follow up with like going for a grab, or you do one and then you buffer a roll or something like that.
Just jab to grab on a grounded opponent, like that just pretty much never works against really, really good players. Like West will always just crouch cancel it and avoid the grab.
Okay.
I mean, you can do other mix-ups, like you can just do jab, wait for a spot dodge or roll or something like that.
Yeah.
But jab to grab on its own tends not to work a lot.
Okay. I don't get to keep up with the real meta game. I'm stuck in 2008, I think. 2008 Memphis meta game.
Okay, this is a really good position for Luigi. Falco being on that... Well, just in general, when Falco has to land by the side of a platform, Luigi can just kind of cover everything on reaction.
Yeah, I guess with the down smash.
Yeah. This is a really nice reverse down air. It's good that Eddie didn't get the meteor hitbox too, because that was pretty close to it, I think. That was an interesting air dodge. I'm not really sure how it ended up working out for Eddie. I think it would have been better for Eddie to just go to the edge, but...
Coconut punch?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was supposed to be.
It could have been an intentional dash attack. He might have thought it was the only thing that could catch him.
Maybe. And West probably should have jumped before running off. He might have been able to combo that into a down air. Yeah, the down air wasn't going to reach there. A neutral air might have. The forward air would have for sure, but that would be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
It actually might have been okay, but it's very non-standard thing to do.
Yeah. And plus, if it somehow did not work out, then it could have put him in a really bad place. Cute little forward tilt.
You also will see Eddie spot dodge a lot when Falco's falling on him. He's been doing that throughout the set. And the point of that is just that... the point of it is just basically skip the shield stun induced by high damage aerials like down air. Just do an early spot dodge so that like the tail end of the invincibility with the spot dodge is where you're at when the down air is passing into you. And then you just only need to deal with the ending of the spot dodge animation, which in some cases will be better than just having to actually shield the aerial and sit through all the shield stun induced by like a Falco down air. It's something you'll also see other characters do too. Like Larry used to always just spot dodge Falco's down air and shine.
Yeah. I like here, I don't know. This is something I see Pikachu do a lot. Is when he plays Mario, he'll use Light Shield quite a bit because he would rather get knocked back more and just escape shield pressure that way than try to counterattack out of shield.
Yeah. Also, as long as Eddie's ready to DI a grab, just getting grabbed wouldn't be that big a deal. I think that was fine for Eddie. I don't necessarily even agree with the roll. I think Eddie could have just shielded there, let Falco grab him, and as long as he's ready to DI an up throw, West really wouldn't get anything off of that.
That one frame invincibility. Oof. How comboable is that grab, the up throw? Because it seems like PP gets it all the time.
I think if you smash DI the lasers well, most characters aren't going to get comboed out of it. But it's a really quick throw and it's hard to react to. It's kind of like how Jigglypuff will get a bunch of up throw rests on people.
Yeah.
Just because it's a really fast throw.
It's a good forward tilt. Oh wow, that was really good DI.
Yeah, also West hit with the wrong side of down air.
Yeah.
That didn't help.
I mean, that's the only reason it worked, but I wonder how intentional it was to be holding perfectly right, like just in case that happens. I guess that's also fairly good DI for most other things.
I don't think there would be any better direction Eddie could be holding.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the things Falco could do there would kill Luigi no matter what he's holding. It's just that this one direction against this one particular thing would save him.
Yeah.
Whereas everything else would kill him. So yeah, this is an interesting idea right here.
how you take game 2.
Yeah, because even if that's not a misfire, you just land on the platform.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't work, then you can just go over to the right side of the stage.
He almost, like, his shield comes up, too. Did he get shield poked, or did he let go?
It looked like it hit his foot.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. So then it comes down to the last game, which they don't want to play.
So yeah, West goes to the stage that he won 3 times in a row in the winner set.
Yeah, makes sense
to me. Good jab by Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else would have interrupted what West was trying there. Eddie was kind of overextending with that. I think he should have done something a little simpler.
WestBallz.
Yeah, that pressure isn't generally too hard to deal with.
Especially, it seems like as Luigi, it definitely doesn't get much mileage.
Yeah, up smash out of shield, forward air out of shield. All that stuff would be pretty good against it, just because Falco shine isn't that big.
Yeah, and Luigi slides quite a ways.
Yeah. This is probably just going to keep trying to back air here. Ooh. Oh, he waited for the roll. Like I said, Eddie does tend to roll in that situation.
Yeah.
It was a good up air by Eddie. He usually misses those. It's really hard to catch Falco when he's falling, but if you do good enough air, it's pretty good.
Wow. Wow, and it killed.
Kills Falco on Dreamland.
That's very strong.
Yeah, also West was probably holding it straight down, which isn't going to affect the angle.
Right.
That it'll. It's like the angle difference induced by DI. It's like 18 sine squared of the difference of between the default trajectory of the move and the angle you're holding. So if you're holding like pi radians opposite of it, that's just gonna not make a difference.
Yeah.
And West was probably holding down, so yeah. Probably just don't really agree with the downer. I think West should have just tried to do a back air there.
Yeah.
Really
I'm sorry, I spaced. How did he take the second stock? What happened?
Wasn't that the up B or was it the first? I think that was the second one. Maybe not. Let's go back. Oh, something else. Okay. I guess I didn't catch
Let's start
this
from the beginning of this. That was a good up air. That was a good everything.
Yeah, kind of surprised he managed to get that grab.
Shield poke. Yep. Wow. That was
down
clean. That was off of basically 2 openings. The first one was a good up air, and then the second one was after he pushed WestBallz off with the dare. He dared his shield, and that pushed him forward, and then he followed up with a nair, I think. That was good. Nice trade. Any trade at this, stock deficit is good for Eddie, of course.
I think Eddie was just trying to get West to send him to the right by doing that up B, but West still managed to drift far enough to send Eddie to the left anyways.
So that was enough then to charge up Luigi's down B then. Like just that little bit. Huh, cool. I haven't messed around with it enough, I guess. And I'm guessing the tag is a reference to Comm Master.
Yeah.
Nice.
That neutral air. I think that neutral air was kind of unsafe. West could probably have grabbed it.
Yeah. We can look in slow motion again. It almost seems like it should have been safe, but it just barely wasn't. Did that Phantom hit and then hit?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Double jeopardy. It was a good tech roll away. Not much that WestBallz could have done to follow up with that tech decision.
I think West should have just down smashed Eddie off stage once he down aired him into the ground right there.
Right there. Yeah, that would have been smart.
Eddie's calling in a waveland, yeah.
Missed input.
I don't think West wants to do the down smashes on the platform. I think those are input errors.
Yeah, that's what I assume. It was a pretty easy tech read. Oh, that was closer than I.
Yeah.
Really...
You could have just done another back air.
Yeah.
Or a neutral air if you want to be really safe.
What happened, WestBallz? I hate doing that. Such a sad feeling. Yep, he called out the roll again. That's surprisingly hard to follow up against. Like, what could he have done? I guess he could have done an up B stall right here.
Oh, Falco?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have. Up B stall, then down air if Eddie just keeps drifting that way.
Yeah. It was a good jab. Good jab to bear. Great DI. Forces out the double jump just by doing that full hop there.
That should have been a fourth. That should have been a fourth smash or a down tilt. I think down tilt would have been the best thing just because it denies any sort of smash DI down and away tech.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing that he could have done to try to
just down tilt that.
Oh, another freebie. But that one was, I mean, he was at
170,
so...
Yeah.
It's such a weird move. The hitbox stays out for so long. And I guess there are two of them. 2 hitboxes total. Ooh, that was good spacing on that.
I like that roll by Eddie. Even if he's been rolling a lot in that situation, that was a case where West would have had a hard time doing much about it. Just because of where he was.
Yeah, I guess at that timing, the only thing that West could have done was run left and then dare down, but he would have been in his shield by then. Huh. It kind of seems like Eddie's getting a little antsy. I don't know. But that's probably just because he hasn't hit any of the attacks that have normally been hitting.
That looks unsafe. The down air was really early. Like, generally speaking, it is kind of hard for Luigi to act against Falco's down air, but if you're just diving forward like that, with a really early down air, if Luigi just shields it early on, he can just punish that a bunch of ways. Up smash probably was the best thing Eddie did have, and that's what he picked.
Wow, that was a really good down air. It seems like nobody goes for...
Side B from the edge is still a good option.
Yeah.
Especially if you just carry some of the ledge invincibility with it. It's hard to punish that.
Yeah. But then this up B towards the ledge, it seems like this happens all the time. People used to punish it more, I feel like, than they do now. Granted, people probably don't go for it as often, like they'll just go up instead, or away, or, you know, forward instead of for the ledge.
I wish West would just, like, down tilt that.
Yeah.
Same thing as before. Just do that really good vertical kill move that denies the opponent the option of doing anything.
Yeah, that's like back at, I think it was Genesis, where people kept doing the Eurotech, the Amsatech.
Yeah, that was Zoo. Zoo versus
kept doing the down smash.
I think this was Zoo versus Thompson. He kept doing down smash instead of down tilt.
Yeah. And then people started doing down tilt because of that set.
Yeah, and if West just did it back there when Luigi was recovering there, he could have just killed Luigi and got him back pretty clearly. Oh wait, maybe this is a different situation. I don't even remember.
Okay, finally gets a clean back air.
Yeah, Eddie was trying to throw out some move. I don't think it was that realistic, but he probably figured that this stock at this point isn't worth too much.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And they've both been, you know, highly offensive in these last few stocks. Like, it's kind of become a slugfest at this point, whereas before it was much more, I don't know, calculated, and it... I don't want to call it sloppy, but it seems much more like everyone's out for blood. Whereas before, people were a little bit more scared of each other, or the two of them. And I don't know whether it's like one is reacting to the other, or if they're both just, as the set is dragging on, as the stocks are getting, you know, closer and closer to being completely done with. Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to time that up smash to beat a down air or trade with it, but if it does, it tends to work really well.
Wow. Well, thank you again, Fly, for providing quite a bit of insight into these last two matches.
No problem.
It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm sure the stream feels the same way. What thanks you might find from Twitch chat.